I'm removing the rhubarb flowers. The plant doesn't need them. I mean, it can concentrate on growing now, and it's better for us when we want the stalks, you know, so it doesn't have to put its energy into creating seeds and stuff like that. This could have been done sooner, so it wouldn't have created flowers at all, but we wanted to see, so now we have seen it and it's time for the flowers to go. Wow, it's so big. It's a very nice bouquet, I would say. Look, I don't know, maybe I could put this in a vase or something. It's enormous.
Our new rhododendrons are flowering now. The old one is already done flowering because it's in the sun, but these ones spend most of their times in the shade. Right now they are in the morning sun, so it's even unusual for us to see them like this, because usually when we come here they are already in the shade. They are next to these big conifer trees, so they provide the shade to these later in the day. We planted them I think 2 years ago, and last year they were flowering for the first time. This one had 2 flowers, this one had 1, like now, but it's already getting ready for the second one. So they seem to like being here, growing. So I can't wait to see them big with a lot of flowers.
Yeah, and I love that they are colorful. The big one in the back of the garden is white or very light color, but these ones are wow.
They're so vibrant.
Yeah, so this should be amazing in the future. Guys, it's time. I'm going to harvest our rhubarb for the first time.
Ever.
Yes, so I need to find a nice leaf, like
the leaves look
this.
massive.
This one? This is
Wow.
very big. So I will try, and you should not cut this, but like twist somehow. I don't know.
Down?
Oh yeah, this is it. Yes, 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 with this thing. Okay. And yeah, you should remove the leaf because that's toxic or something.
Then you won't have an umbrella.
Yeah, that's so cool. It's so big. Wow. Okay, and this is our thingy. And I will make the rhubarb strawberry pie. Our strawberries are not ripe yet, in a few weeks. So I will use the strawberries from last year. We still have them in our freezer. And this is the second leaf because this is not enough. This one is more red. Look. So I don't know, maybe this one is better and I shouldn't have picked this one.
That one looks like celery.
We are very beginners with rhubarb, so we'll see, but it looks nice. So hopefully we will survive eating the cake and hopefully it's not toxic or anything.
If you're watching this video, we are alive.
I know that we should not pick rhubarb in summer, but we are still in spring because in summer it's kind of toxic already. So yeah, we are early in the season. This should be okay. I'm just confused by the color. So yeah, we'll see.
I was mowing grass when I received a text message saying that the pie is ready. So I relocated here. Look at this beauty.
And we are waiting for Tommy's reaction. So let's see this. Dum dum dum.
I need a part with rhubarb.
Oh, okay.
It's delicious. I thought it would be more sour from the rhubarb.
Okay, so it's not.
No, it's really great.
Great. Love to hear that. And I'm looking forward to tasting this as well. Tommy was saying that he knows rhubarb cakes or pies from his childhood.
My grandma used to make a rhubarb cake or something. And I remember it being very sour. Or maybe that's, something like when you're a kid, everything seems more intense. But this is not sour. This is sweet and delicious.
Oh, okay. Maybe I added too much sugar.
Or not enough rhubarb.
No. There is enough rhubarb.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. You'll see.
Yay. The ratio of strawberries and rhubarb is 1:1. So half rhubarb, half strawberries. And
But to me, it tastes more like strawberries than rhubarb.
yes. Wow. Almost no sourness. Maybe we have a special rhubarb, sweet rhubarb or something.
Tasteless rhubarb.
Wow, but it's great.
Yeah.
I love it. Guys. It's very yummy. There is a bit of sourness, but yeah, we were expecting for some reason something very, very, very sour. I shouldn't talk with my mouth full again. But yeah, okay, I recommend. Yummy.
Peter assures me that it's not going to freeze this spring anymore. 100%.
Yes, I'm very sure.
So it's time to start planting our frost sensitive veggies. And I'm starting with zucchinis. I have a few of them here. And as every year, I'm going to plant them in old grass clippings, which has been very successful so far.
Yeah. And you nurture all these plants from seeds, right?
Yes, I nurtured them.
Yeah. So this is not from the store or anything. This is from seeds.
As you can see, they would look more gorgeous if they were from the store.
I think they are still very gorgeous.
So I'll just tuck them in. And that should be basically it. I will of course have to water it, and I will throw these pills against slugs around.
Yeah, that's very, very necessary.
Yeah, I've seen slugs everywhere. They are out as well. They also know that it's not going to freeze anymore. So this would disappear overnight otherwise.
Yeah.
All four are planted. We've noticed that zucchinis are probably the easiest to grow from all the pumpkin-like plants. They grow quickly and also they start producing very quickly. So with pumpkins we're always nervous if they will manage to ripen before the autumn frosts come.
Yeah.
But zucchinis will start giving us zucchinis in a couple of months. And what's funny is that we still have zucchinis from last year just laying around in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Because they're also very, very easy to store, which we realized, I think 2 years ago. So last year we kept a lot of them in the house and we just have a zucchini every week We've had them basically since last summer, every week.
Yeah. That was a very cool realization when we discovered this.
I would say that the radish season has been quite successful this year.
Wow, what is this?
We've
This
never
looks-
had this many, this big.
Yeah, it's so
radishes.
huge. Wow.
Crazy.
Tell us what happened. How did this happen?
I grew them in the greenhouse, and so that was for the first time. And yeah, this is what happened. So I guess that was the reason. And they are already so big that I wanted to harvest them all so that they wouldn't get too chewy, old and chewy.
Yeah, when they are old for too long in the soil, they could be chewy and woody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll put them in the fridge and Peter will prepare something yummy, I'm sure.
Probably some salad or something, because yeah, wow, the amount is crazy and it's not even in stores like this. So yeah, Tommy is a gardener magician. Yeah. Our meadow started emerging very fast, mainly these ox-eye daisies. They are the most prominent ones. They have grown so quickly and there are so many of them. This is just a small sample, so look, they are appearing everywhere. It's so cool. I love it. So in some time, this will be very, very meadowy and amazing. We'll show you then.
What I love about the rock garden at this time of year is that every week there are new things flowering. This one wasn't flowering the last time we were showing you, and it looks very, very beautiful. I love the color. And also these Esther looking flowers look very pretty, although they are being something.
Swallowed by other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some plants are very spreading, very spreadable.
Yeah, I think like 3 of these would like to cover the whole hill.
Yeah, and the mountain savory is blooming
Yeah.
and it attracts bees, so that's nice. It's also blooming here in my herb garden a lot, and wow, I can see so many honeybees. They love it here totally. Wow, this is one of their favorite spots now. Because there are so many flowers. Other herbs are growing very nicely as well. And look, I love these chives. They are also blooming now, and the chive flowers are very, very tasty. I don't know if I probably like them more than the actual chives, the green parts. The flowers, they are so tasty and yummy. I was saying that strawberries will be ripe in a few weeks. That will be the peak season of harvesting, but of course some of them are getting red right now. You can see here, and wow, it's so fast. It's so warm, and every day we can see new red ones. It's such a fast process. I love it.
The grass is growing very quickly now, so I mow every day. But I do it in parts so that there will be always something flowering and so on. So this is the part which I did yesterday. So now it looks like some kind of a park or something with the trees and everything.
Yeah.
So we enjoy short grass as well. But at the same time we have the meadow and medium high grass and so on. So it's nice to have the variety.
Yes, 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 we have everything. Here, now the shrubs are more visible when the grass is short.
Yeah.
And yeah, wow, it's so, so pretty. And now when it's warm, we can be barefoot. So that's amazing. I don't know what I'm showing, just that it's great. And guys, finally, after 3 months, my ankle is fully healed, I would say. I can run, I can jump. Like, I can still feel something there that it's maybe 99%, not 100, but it's great. It took a long time though to heal, so the injury on La Gomera was no fun at all, but I'm glad it's much better now.
It's been almost 3 months, right?
Yeah. So that's a long time, but yeah, I'm back.
Peter mowed this part of the garden, which was overgrown with tall grass. So now I can show you this viburnum called roseum. It has these big flowers and it grows pretty quickly as well. I think we planted this one maybe 4 years ago, something like that. And every year we take a picture with it and we started sitting down and now it's almost as tall as us.
Yeah. It grows quickly, so that's amazing.
Yeah. We loved it so much that we started planting more of them all around the garden. Here are a couple more that we planted maybe 2 years ago. And they've been growing quite quickly as well. They don't seem to have pests, maybe. So, because they are sterile, they don't provide nectar or fruits or anything. So in this case, that might be an advantage. I love that our fuchsias are already starting to flower now in May. We bought them last year, and usually in our climate they are grown as annuals. But I wanted to try to overwinter them in the house, in a cold part, and they survived and they started growing very quickly when I put them outside. So we already have a lot of flowers on this one. There's one here as well, very interesting looking.
Yes, this one is the, like, I don't know, very posh.
Yeah.
Because there are more colors, more shapes and everything hidden there.
But I have to say, I'm even more impressed with lobelias. Because, again, I overwintered them, even though they are usually grown as annuals. And they kept flowering all winter on the window. And they just keep flowering. Like, they haven't stopped flowering since last year.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Where do they take the energy from? So interesting.
And they seem to love it here in this corner where the sun never shines. And the colors are very bright, very vibrant.
Yeah. Wow, so pretty. When life gives you radishes, you make a radish salad or whatever this is. It looks great. I'm proud of myself. So there are radishes in there and many other greens from our garden. For example, green onions, arugula, dill is also growing. So that, and then 5 eggs, tartar sauce, cashew cream, a bit of butter, so we'll be fat, but that's okay, we need this. And here I baked rohlíky again, our traditional Czech pastry, very common one. And here we have chive flowers, so I will add that here for decoration. Ta-da!
Wow.
But sometimes for Tommy it's too much, that's why it's here and it's optional for taking, because sometimes it can be quite strong. It tastes like onions, and sometimes it's too strong for my honeybee. So yeah, we are going to feast. I'm looking forward to this very much. So we can start feasting. I'm curious to see or hear or experience what my honeybee thinks.
Why? Because my reactions are always so over the top.
No, because this is so like new. I don't do such salads, I think.
I feel the eggs.
Yeah. Very eggy. But there are a lot of radishes,
Yeah, I can see that.
so I'm glad I used them.
All of
And-
them?
No, not all of them. Maybe 2/3 of the amount we had. Look how many plants we have to plant. They are waiting to be planted.
We have to.
Yeah, it was a big order. We always add more to our garden.
Yeah, replacements and just adding more.
Yeah. Because we want plants everywhere, not just grass. So this will be cool.
This laburnum, the golden rain, is blooming so beautifully. It used to grow here as a tree. It was like high up here somewhere in front of this door. And Peter's dad didn't like that, so he chopped it down. But it grew back within, I don't know, 3 years like this as a shrub.
Yes, exactly.
So now it has flowers everywhere.
It's great how they can come back, all these things. So my dad didn't want to destroy it. He knew that it would come back. Probably.
I don't remember that part, but okay. And here's the second one up there. It looks pretty, but this whole bed is a mess. Everything grows through everything.
Yeah.
It used to be prettier when we moved in.
Now it's very green and very full.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe we'll thin it out or something.
Or maybe not, because we don't have time.
Yes. So this is like on the list of many tasks, and nobody knows if we come to this
Ever.
ever. Guys, I officially started the swimming season here in our yard. Yay! It's cold. We filled this barrel 2 days ago with our well water, and that water is very cold. So, yeah, but it warmed up at least a little bit, so that's nice. But Tommy is probably not going.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Yeah, I was here. We were not filming, but I was getting ready for quite some time, refreshing myself gradually and everything. But now it's nice. This is the first like really warm day. It's 27 degrees Celsius. So summer is here, I would say. And wow, I love it. It's nice. It's not like I want to go out immediately. So it's a pleasant temperature of the water. It's just that always when you go in, it's like torture. I don't know why. It's difficult to go into colder water. But when you are in, very nice. I love it. Yay. So this is our swimming pool here. Very nice. A low budget swimming pool.